that he'd die so young.
It was crazy when they're walking right down the hall with you, and then next minute they're gone.
It can end in a moment, or it can change so quickly.
In one blink of an eye, somebody else's poor decision would change my family's life and my life forever.
Well, since my injury, I can't walk anymore because I have paralysis, chest down. Nothing's the same.
And tell your kids you love them every day, because you just never know.
Crashes are 100% preventable. There is no such thing as an accident. When a crash occurs, someone did something wrong. For Cindy Hagan, Adam Gray, and Kaylee Holt, the mistakes made by teen drivers had consequences that will affect them for the rest of their lives.
The day when they told me I would probably never walk again, well, give me 2 years, I'll work really hard, and then I'll be fine. It doesn't happen that way, though. So, no.
The doctors told us Kaylee would be like having a newborn baby. She's gonna have to relearn everything all over again. Talking, eating, going to the bathroom, walking, and it's exactly where she's at.
Seeing Kaylee now is so different from how she used to be. She was like just full of life, and seeing her now is it's sad. Because it's not her.
At the time of the crash, my father was a healthy, vibrant 68-year-old man, enjoyed life and enjoyed his grandchildren, and in one fell swoop, that was all taken away from him.
Cindy thought she was doing the right thing. She unbuckled her seatbelt to stop a boy who was trying to kick the gear shift.
I was 15, and life for me really, it's not been the same since. I kept thinking I'll just get myself out of the situation and save everybody else because nobody else was doing anything. And I never thought that the car was going to end up fishtailing and then flipping and then nosediving. And someone's idea of fun can be more or less like a nightmare for someone else.
Adam Gray is a police officer. He was a passenger in a car driven by his father on a beautiful Saturday morning. A 17-year-old driver was up all night before starting his delivery job. He fell asleep at the wheel at 10 in the morning and hit and killed 2 motorcyclists before crashing head-on into the Gray's vehicle.
My dad took the brunt of the crash, but with the brain injury that he suffered, may never heal completely. He may never return to his normal self. I haven't heard my dad speak to me in over a year and a half. And for that young male that was driving the pickup truck that changed our lives, he had the choice to pull over and stop when he was tired, and he didn't make that choice. And he ruined a lot of people's lives because of his bad decision.
Kaylee was a college student, and she went to a party and knew it wasn't safe for her to drive home, so she gave her keys to a teen driver who then ran a stop sign at 2:30 in the morning and was T-boned by another vehicle. No one was wearing a seatbelt except the other driver. She was the only one conscious and able to call 911. Her call saved Kaylee's life.
She was on a ventilator. She couldn't breathe on her own. Her head was all wrapped up. She wasn't responding. It was horrible. Most horriblest thing a parent could ever walk into and see your child laying there. Just taking hour by hour to see if she was gonna make it. And that's all they were giving us.
When we investigate a crash, there is always a point of impact, the place where the forces meet. Parents, today that point of impact is you. Your teen faces the greatest risk of being injured or dying in a crash during their first year of licensure. And even good kids, smart kids, are still inexperienced drivers and can make bad driving decisions. Do you want your teen driver to be responsible for the crash that paralyzes someone, damages someone's brain, or severely injures someone? The rules you make and enforce with your teen driver today will have the greatest impact in keeping your new driver and the passengers in the vehicle safe.
I've felt ever since I saw both vehicles in the accident that a seatbelt would have saved a lot of this. I mean, pure and simple, and I will never waver from that.
Your teen is paying attention to you, even if they don't act like it. Here are 5 things you need to do to keep your teen driver safe. Model good driving behavior. Wear your seatbelt. Don't use your phone. Drive at safe speeds. Don't drive while impaired. Show your teen how to drive safely every time you get behind the wheel. Practice driving with your teen in different driving conditions. Even after your teen is licensed, they still need experience. Practice with them at night, in all weather conditions, on city streets, highways, and dangerous 2-lane rural roads. Help them get the experience that they need to drive safely. Put safety ahead of convenience. While it can be convenient to have your teen drive to school, work, or activities, as a new driver, they are not always ready for the responsibility, especially during that first year after they get a license. Only you can decide when your teen is ready to safely drive without supervision. It's important to discuss driving responsibilities with your teen and make it clear what the consequences will be if your teen doesn't follow the rules. As hard as it may be, you need to follow through with consequences when the circumstances warrant it. Family rules during the first year of licensure should include drive only during daylight, no passengers under age 20 except family members, drive only in good weather conditions and when there is low traffic volume, and it's a good idea to use a written contract that states your family rules and the consequences for when those rules are broken. Finally, assure your teen that they can call you at any time, day or night. Be there for your teen if they ever need a safe ride home.
It really needs to begin with the parents.
Remind them that you are responsible for everybody in the vehicle, and it's up to you to deliver everybody home safe.
Parents have the ability to take those keys away from their teen driver, and they have the most influence on their teen's life.
Driver's ed teachers, law enforcement, we can talk about safe driving all day, but no one has a greater impact on your teen's safety than you. As the parent of a teen driver, you need to make and enforce the rules that can protect your child from being seriously injured or dying in a car crash. Don't think a life-changing crash can't happen to your family, because it can. Today is your point of impact. You have the power to ensure your teen will come home safely every time they go out in a vehicle.
Make sure that your children know that this is real life.
You're not invincible. You will get hurt if you think you can do whatever you want.
It can happen. It can happen to you, and it can happen in an instant, and it'll change your life forever.